Everybody, it's Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoy this video, remember that you guys should become patrons over on Patreon if you guys want to support the channel. So I just got home from school, and it's 9:46 p.m. and YouTube has crashed. So I'm watching the video on the Rooster Teeth site. I'm gonna do my analysis from the Rooster Teeth site, and that's Hunter messaging me being like, we're free, we don't have to do videos anymore because we're free. But anyway, I'm just gonna do the analysis from the Rooster Teeth site and then upload this video whenever we come back. So if you guys enjoy, you guys should become patrons over on Patreon if you guys want to support us. But if you guys want to just subscribe, I'm cool with that. So we're gonna basically go in sort of frame by frame here. By the shot with both the grass and the snow, I'm guessing that we're in a sort of in-between stage, like we're in that northern tip of Mistral where it's like really snowy and then we're going to Atlas sort of thing. So okay, we'll just you guys can see all my other tabs. Y'all saw my porn. No, there is no it's just Patreon stuff and the Rooster Teeth site. Anyway, so in this shot we sort of get a nice little line, I guess, of Crow and Ruby and whatever, but there's this old lady, and so we're gonna talk about the old lady later in a different video with Hunter, because Hunter has to keep this channel grounded because I have so many theories. So she's a silver-eyed warrior who has had her eyes gouged out and she's blind, and those things help her see. She's just a blind woman. And she has no special powers. She's the Winter Maiden, and she is blind, so she has those things on her eyes. Or it's sort of those things on her eyes are to hide her powers, similar to how Raven wears the mask, right? I personally like the idea that she's the physical manifestation of the relic, so it's like a genie. Like, she is the, like, genie in the relic bottle, if you want to put it that way, because, like, she has the same sort of coloration as the relic, right? She has the blue stuff. But that's for another theory. So, anyway, we're gonna talk about that later. I also think, oh, and there's Oscar, he's there. The relic has shrunk. Ruby has it on the side of her hip. You can see how Crow has, you know, his hands in his pockets. Everybody seems kind of sad and cold, probably because the train crashed or something, and all their luggage with all their nice warm stuff was lost on the train, so everyone's just freezing to death and all that. I don't know how Yang managed to get the bike before the train crashed, but we don't need to talk about that. The relic has shrunk for travel size. In most scenes, Weiss is in between Yang and Blake, and I think that's interesting just as a sort of metaphor. Like, they're still not standing beside each other, they're still not next to each other, like, things still aren't fixed, especially because Yang had that scene with Weiss sort of talking about all the Blake stuff, so that's interesting. Also, I feel like Oscar's all the way over there because the relic and possibly the lady somehow affects him, so he has to stay far the fuck back. But yeah, I'm guessing people were like, well, why are they just freezing out here? Why don't they have warmer clothes? I'm assuming that's why. Like, I'm assuming that I don't want to say the technical reason, but like the technical reason is because they lost all their luggage and they didn't expect to be outside. They expected to go on the train with their stuff, get off the train, suit up in their winter gear, and then just be in Atlas. But things just don't happen how you want to. You know what I'm saying? Weiss is saying something in this scene, but we can't hear her. In this scene, again, Blake is not here. You have sort of the crew, Juniper, obviously Juniper's coming with. So if you guys didn't hear at New York City Comic-Con, spoilers, I guess, but Blake goes to say goodbye to Ilya, gives her a hug, gives Sun a kiss on the cheek, so I'm guessing that is what Blake is doing, and that may be why. So just to I guess I won't skip ahead, but you guys will know the scene when it comes up. But there's a scene where Blake and Yang are standing beside each other, but then in all of the scenes that seem to happen after the train station, Weiss is in the middle of them, so that could represent some sort of conflict that happens. Like, okay, well, maybe when Blake came back at first, Yang was cool, but then after seeing, like, her get all kissy-kissy with Sun, something happened. I don't know. But anyway, Ruby's really cute here. And see how everybody's looking over there? I feel like everybody's looking at Blake giving Sun a kiss. So here's all the dead people that they talked about in the New York City Comic-Con trailer or whatever. We knew that Adam did that. Okay, so Floaty Boy over here. So I don't know. So there are some theories going around. One is that this is a new character. Great. 2 is that this is, the new villain from the RWBY board game, I should specify, because they were gonna reveal a new villain through the board game first before we saw the stuff. It could be Adam with Salem powers and a new cape and clothes and whatever. It could be Watts with new clothes. I kind of want it to be, like, Raven in some really butch attire. It could just be, like, people were like, oh, it's definitely a guy, but what if it's just, like, a really butch girl, guys? Anyway, that's another thing we're gonna do a separate video about, because, like, I need Hunter to stop my flights of fancy. So, yeah. Also, let's just talk about Salem's quote. It's important not to lose sight of what drives us: love, justice, reverence. But the moment you put your desires before my own, they will be lost to you. This isn't a fret, this is simply the truth. So I'm assuming that, like, I feel like, hold on, let me back up. So as Salem is talking, like, when she talks about love, it's over Team RWBY, basically, right? But when she talks about justice, hold on.
Reverend. Justice.
Yeah, so when it's talking about justice, it's over Adam, which makes sense. He wanted justice for the Faunus, and he did the stuff, right? Reverence seems... I feel like all of these are supposed to be representing somebody on Salem's team, if that makes sense, except for, obviously, the good guys, because the good guys act out of love or whatever, right? Then you have Adam. He acts out of his twisted sense of justice. You have this character who acts out of the fact they want to be revered. They want the reverence that comes with Salem's power. That could be a new character, most likely. I feel like, though, it would make sense for it to be Watts, just because Watts is a disgraced scientist, right? When you think about the word disgraced, right? Like, he wants to be revered again as someone great. That could also fit in with Adam, too, though. But anyway... put your own desires before my own, they will be lost to you. This isn't a threat, this is simply the truth. So I wonder what this is, like this as in the desires will be lost to them, or this as in she's talking about the power that she's able to give them to get that desires, that she'll take away their power if they don't obey her properly, or even their life, just their ability to desire because they'll be dead. So yeah, Salem is, she's looking good. Everybody looks a lot better. Oh, by the way, it seems like Emerald, scrapes, or not that she scrapes him, but he scrapes himself on her weapon, and so I don't know what kind of conflict they're having. It's probably about Cinder, to be honest, so it's, like, Tyrion's just acting like a creepy motherfucker. He's just revving himself up against, like, the weapons and cutting himself in front of Emerald, which is probably why she looks so scared. It seems like Tyrion also, I don't know if he had that before. You guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see my mouse. I can point at stuff, I think. But yeah, I don't know. They're probably having some conflict about Cinder. But this trailer focused a lot on Emerald, interestingly, and we already did like 6 videos on like Emerald's role in Volume 6, like at the end of Volume 5, so I'm not gonna go through it again. Oh, I mentioned this in my reaction, but somebody from New York Comic Con talked to me, right, because I was like, hey, if anyone saw the shit, let me know. And they said that these were flying bears, and so that's what I used in my description, but they're not. They're manticores. Also, look at Oscar's fucking face right now. He's like, what is it? Well, excuse me. Yeah, so somebody thought they were flying bears. I appreciate you. I like that. I've never been so happy, like, with that description and then seeing the actual result. I don't know what RWBY's doing here, but I feel like she just wanted, like, a cookie or something, so she zoomed back into the train station and then zoomed back onto the train so she wouldn't miss it. Crow's using his scythe, which is some good shit. Jean and Nora are there, so don't worry. RWBY did a thing. I don't know who these people are supposed to be based off of, to be honest. Like, even though I had all day to think about it, I still don't know. I kind of talked about this a little in, the Discord server, but this is, also another video that needs its own video, right? What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, so they kind of look like they're supposed to be gypsies, or at least her little thing, right? You know, whatever's going on. Oh, hey, wait a second. She has something on her shoulder. Hey, do you guys see that? Do you guys see what she has right there? Is she, like, diseased? Is she, like, marked? What the hell? Did anybody notice that? Am I the first one to notice that? I gotta, like, post that on Twitter. Like, this lady has weird stuff going on her arm right here. Oh my god. What? Is that why she has her fan? Is it because she's trying to hide that? What is that? Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, so the hooded figure, some people think it's, again, the new villain from the board game, like we'll see in the board game and then we'll see in the show. Some people think that it's Cinder because she has a cape now, and this is obviously a cape and a hood. Some people think it's sort of reminiscent of Amber's outfit, so that could also represent something. Maybe it's a new maiden, maybe some people think it's Neo. That's a whole other video. I don't know how Ruby lost the relic here, but you can see some dust stuff on the ground, and, like, this looks like this is part of the train crash, actually, now that I'm looking at it. So it looks like that the train has actually crashed this time, and she dropped the relic. See, this is when Blake and Yang are actually standing beside each other, so I'm guessing this is still when they're in Mistral about to leave, and, like, she didn't kiss Sun yet, because, like, I'd be pretty pissed if I thought that Blake, like, abandoned me in my time of PTSD to go make out with some man-ho, you know what I'm saying? So, that's all I'm saying. Obviously, I think Emerald is gonna be a big part of the volume, but we did so many videos on that last year, like, y'all just gotta go find those, I'm sorry. Adam has his mask back on, which is like, does he have multiple? Did he go back and pick it up? Is this set before? Like, who knows? But I like him breaking the throne. I feel like Oscar maybe can't get close to the relic, or the girls are angry at him. Maybe he's having a flashback. The train's crashed, so right in the background. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. So I feel like that maybe they're blaming Oscar for losing Team Juniper. I doubt that Team Juniper is dead, but it seems like they are MIA, especially in the first scene where they're sort of walking around, right? So it seems like they're trying to stop the Grimm from attacking, and then Juniper disappears, and then Oscar screams, and then Salem does her thing. I'm pretty sure she's probably choking out, like Mercury or Emerald or someone. Probably not Tyrion or Watts. They seem okay. But yeah, she's not happy. And then obviously there's this line like, what's the plan, Ruby? Make sure no one else dies. I'm guessing they're just talking about random train people. A lot of people have been paranoid about that line. That's pretty much what I'm guessing. Like, I feel like if Juniper just died right now, like all of them, like the rest of them, what's left of Juniper? No. Like, they'd be way more upset. So, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, this was real. This was fun. I'm not over the fact this lady has something on her arm and nobody fucking talked about it. I gotta go talk to Arnold right now because they're doing the RWBY discussion in his server. I gotta be like, wait a second. Like, wait for me. I have news. Like, no. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, remember that you guys should become patrons over on Patreon if you guys enjoyed. And I will see you whenever YouTube decides to work again. Bye. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed, I encourage you guys to become patrons over on Patreon. Patrons get a lot of different rewards ranging from early access to all of our videos up to a week in advance. $10 patrons actually get them sometimes weeks in advance or even like a month in advance. It depends on how much we record for. But also, all of our patrons get access to our Discord server, which is really cool if you guys want to talk to us in a more direct way. I obviously hang out a lot there. And there are just a bunch of other rewards that you guys can check out on Patreon. You guys can sort of see for yourself, and if you want to support us, you want to help us out, you want to see more videos like this and want to help keep us going, you guys would really help us out. So yeah, I hope that you guys will consider becoming patrons, and I hope that all of our patrons enjoy seeing their lovely names at the end of the screen, because we couldn't do this without them. So I will see you guys later. Bye.